How's it going? This is Tuesday Brew with me, Mr. Tyler Solze, and Loki Amos. How's it going, Mark?
Good evening, Adam. How are you today?
Why are you being so professional?
I try different things each week. Each week, I'd like to try a different approach to introduce myself.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Is that a problem?
No, it's fine.
Next week, I'll speak French next week.
Yeah. Talking of accents, we're going to talk about Jason Statham in a minute.
Jason.
Yeah. We've just seen the Meg, which I don't know what you think. I can guess what you think, but we'll wait to the review.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
After the review, what do you want to talk about?
As always, we're going to have our trailers, news, and what you've been up to.
You got any news this week?
I got a little bit.
Oh, good. I look forward to it.
Last week I did nothing, did I? I was just like, yeah, I got nothing this week. I just didn't find that much interesting online that I wanted to talk about.
You did the Winnie the Pooh thing.
Oh, yeah, but that was like spontaneous.
Yeah, but that was quite funny. Yeah, we'll do that then. If you're ready, let's go. Okay, mate, so The Meg. What do you think? Why are you laughing?
Part of me, when I first sat down...
It's a very serious film, this, Mark.
Yeah, it just kind of reminds me, you get all these silly... You get Jaws, obviously, that's a great shark film.
Oh, we're going to talk shark films in general, yeah?
Yeah, in general, shark films, alright?
Yeah.
Jaws is a near enough perfect movie.
Yeah, and it was based on a book, which was good. This was not based on any book, was it?
No, and I have a lot of issues with it. And after the first 25 minutes, I kind of...
You can say it. It was rubbish, right? Yeah. But I liked it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it enough. Yeah. It's one of those ones that is a kind of a guilty pleasure. You kind of walked out and go, I shouldn't have enjoyed that, but I did.
Oh, there was the script, some of the lines
it's proper cheesy.
Were so ridiculous. But yeah, I enjoyed it.
Can I say, when I watched the trailer for this film, and then the one-liners were in there, I thought, they must have just, the way they edited it, they must have cut out...
Oh, you thought the trailer was cheesy?
Yeah, I thought they must have cut out lines, and so that's why all the dialogue sounds proper cheesy, but it's in the film like that.
Yeah, it's cheesy in the film.
Oh, I was a bit disappointed with that.
What do you think of the shark? I thought CGI held up.
He didn't look that bad, did he?
No. Well, to be honest, I don't know what 100-foot shark looks like, so it probably looks a bit like that, right?
I'd expect it to look like... Because he looked proper, like, prehistoric.
Who, Jason Statham?
Yeah, no, he looked good. Alright, but the shark looked prehistoric. I know it's a prehistoric shark,
Yeah. What do you mean it looked prehistoric?
I don't know, he looked a bit stony, kind of looked to him, when all you saw these great whites.
Oh, okay.
And they were kind of sleek.
Yeah.
With the white bellies.
Yeah, there's some normal sharks in this as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah, so I didn't really faze me because obviously this is a shark that's supposed to be extinct.
Yeah, you could tell us a little bit about the synopsis.
So we know that this film is about shark.
Yeah.
Let's just make sure everyone's clear. All right, it's not about Meg Ryan or someone like that.
Yeah,
it's about shark. But
what? Meg Ryan doesn't exist?
No, she exists, doesn't she?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know why I'm saying does she?
I don't know why Meg Ryan. While we're talking, she's not in this.
The Meg, Meg Ryan.
Are you saying Meg? Oh, I see. I get your joke now. I'm so
it's
fucking
slow. It's not supposed
slow.
to be a joke.
No.
It's
I thought you were saying Meg Ryan was prehistoric.
No.
The film's called The Meg, and you're referencing someone called Meg.
Yes, maybe we're talking too much shit right now. Yeah, so basically it's some deep
trench.
Yeah,
Mariana Trench.
So they go down there and they want to go to the bottom, but there's like a underlaying.
The bottom's not the bottom. They go even further than the bottom.
So they're kind of going through like some frothy. It's not frothy.
It's like a barrier of some kind.
Like cold. Yeah. Really cold layer.
Yeah, that's very scientific.
Yeah,
there's a megalodon, right? It's a species of shark that went extinct 2 million years ago.
Yeah. We
get a bit of sciencey stuff,
but
even that's cheesy though, isn't it?
Yeah, I kind of looked at it and just went, hold on a minute. So they've gone to the bottom
Right.
right? Because they're trying to find new life and trying to find
Yeah. New
discover
species.
something, that
Yeah.
other people haven't, so they can, all this money that these billionaires put into this
Yeah.
project.
Billionaire played by, is it Rainn Wilson? He's the funny guy from The Office.
Yeah.
Is it Dwight?
I like him in Super. You remember from Super?
I haven't seen that. I've seen the
Oh,
trailer
really
for
good.
it. He's funny in this. Humour's good. Anyway, yeah, there's a shark.
So basically they've gone through this barrier,
Yeah.
and the shark's there, yeah.
Yep.
And a giant squid
Yeah.
was there as well.
That was a big squid, wasn't it?
Yeah. So that's good. But the way they went through and then went to the bottom, it didn't seem like it was big enough to have all these giant creatures.
The distance between this layer and the real bottom.
Yeah.
It's not a place a shark can live.
That big
it's
anyway.
100 feet long.
Maybe some midget sharks.
Anyway, hasn't James Cameron been to the bottom in real life?
Don't know.
I think he has.
Maybe I should ask him. Has he seen a megalodon?
Yeah.
Excuse me, James. You ever seen the Meg?
So the plot of this film, the beginning, is the bottom's not the bottom. It goes down further. I'm like, no, it don't. James Cameron's already been there.
Yeah.
And a bunch of other people. Well, I think it's just him and two other people have been to it. But James Cameron spent gazillions of dollars making this little submarine. He went down to have a look, and when he hit the bottom, all the cloud of like dust and debris went up, and he didn't see nothing. He had to come back up again.
Oh, how fucking
How
shit
sad
is that?
Yeah, I feel sorry for him a bit.
Yeah, what a waste.
A waste of time and
What a
money.
waste of money, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see a bottom of dirt. Whee, look at this dust.
So the submarine goes down and it gets attacked, and then another submarine goes down to save that submarine, and that gets attacked.
Yeah.
And then Jason Statham's submarine goes down to save both of them submarines, and that kind of gets attacked.
But it kind of makes me laugh because he's like, turn the lights off. It's attracted to your lights.
Yeah.
And it's like,
How does he know that?
Yeah. But it's like, they're all like, oh, we didn't even think about that. It's
Yeah.
kind of like...
The funny thing was, turn your lights off.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'll shut them down. I'll shut my lights down. 25 seconds till the lights shut down. What? Just turn the fucking lights off.
Yeah, turn the power off. It'll be fine.
That's a weird way of building up
Yeah.
tension. It's on my light switch is on its 25-second countdown to off. Is that how lights work underwater?
That's what my house lights do.
Is it?
I'll switch them off when I go upstairs. Like 25 seconds to turn off. I'm like, fuck's sake.
And you just about get to your bed, and then they go off and you fall over.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whack my knee.
Yeah. So the acting was poor, right?
Yeah.
You cannot say it was good acting.
No, it wasn't.
No.
The only people the only time I really thought there was some good acting
Go on.
was with the little girl.
The little girl was cute.
And Statham himself when he's with her. They kind of had this kind of nice little
Okay,
bond.
you're saying this might be right. You're saying Statham, yeah?
Jason Statham.
Is it not Statham?
Statham. Where's the...
With the TH in his Statham.
I don't know.
I'm going to say it like you, Statham, yeah?
Statham, yeah. So I'll say Jason Statham.
Okay. Jason Statham.
Statham.
We'll do it, it doesn't matter.
Mate, we never agree on names,
No.
do we? But that part of acting was quite cute because, she seemed alright.
The little kid.
I think she was directed quite well. The other week I was talking about how
it must be hard.
Directing kids is hard, but she seemed to be like quite good at it, and funny and stuff like that.
So
most of the acting in that, near enough 95% of it was a bit shit. Even Statham himself, he's kind of like, last time I went down the bottom of the ocean for you, you said I'd do it. You know what I mean? It's like,
that's a good impression.
Yeah.
Can I just say, why doesn't he just pick a fucking accent? I know I don't like slagging him off because he'll come and kill me. But he's either American or English. He's not, your brother.
Yeah.
He's moved to America and he's American with a little bit of English left.
Has he?
No, he has got a little bit. Sometimes I spoke to him the other day. He's got a little bit of English, some of the vowels, but I think it's just he forgets that he's American now.
Yeah.
But I think that's what Jason Statham does, because
he lives over there though, right?
Yeah.
So he probably picks up some bad stuff.
So Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels, Snatch. He's proper British, right? Fuck off, all that. And then in this one, it begins, and he's pronouncing words like better. He goes better. He does the American better, the
Yeah,
D
yeah, yeah,
D
yeah.
instead of a T, and then next minute he's like, "Have a load of this, you bastard."
Do you
Do
think
you
he
know what I
gets
mean?
carried away, like what he's doing, like he's acting, and he's
I
like,
think,
right, you're gonna need to jump, right, into the water,
yeah,
but you can't. You got to speak at the same time. I can't do that. I can't speak with American accent and jump. Can I just do English and then jump?
yeah.
Yeah, whatever, mate.
I
Just
think,
do it.
yeah.
No one's gonna
Any
care.
any action scene, he's fuck off, you bastard. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then when he's doing like a quite emotional scene, he really concentrates and he's like, "Things are just gonna get better." You know?
Yeah.
Fuck off, you bastard. Yeah. So I liked him in it
I like Statham anyway.
because you don't. It's not a serious film, you know.
No, it's
And yeah, the humour I thought was quite good. Some of it.
for a dog yacked on my foot then.
Yeah.
Dirty bastard.
Yeah,
The humour wasn't bad. There's some funny bits in there. I think what makes it is that you go into this film and you're not expecting much in the first place.
No.
I
No,
think
that's-
from a film
that's-
like this,
yeah.
you don't expect it to be the next fucking Oscar-worthy film.
No.
All right. So but it's Jason's in it, so you're going to be kind of getting action.
He's
Yeah,
like your
yeah.
modern day
Yeah.
Stallone, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. And he's going to do all this crazy shit, and
Yeah.
some of the stuff that he does, you think,
Yeah.
no one would do that, you know. And
Yeah.
some of it was quite entertaining, you know, watching, you know, you just laugh. But
Well, you have to laugh because these people just do stupid things, don't
Yeah,
they? There's too many to count, but they need these people in the water,
yeah,
so they have to change the action scenes so basically everyone ends up in the water all the
Yeah.
time.
yeah.
You know, so it
But
could
it's
be
not.
anything.
But you know, like when you watch a film like this, and when they're in the water, I'm
Yeah.
sorry to cut you off, but it's kind of like when Jaws done it. They go in, they'd be like, dun, dun, then they go under the water, and you hear the water. They've done quite a lot of that in this.
Yeah,
You know, as soon as you go under the water, you hear the splash on the feet.
yeah,
But then you had this kind of dun 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 dun, dun, you know.
a build up.
Yeah, but this didn't really have it. Just psh, psh, whoo, psh, and it's kind of
They-
like,
they're not allowed to go Durden in this
nah,
film.
they couldn't do that because one, they'd be ripping off.
Well, I heard a bit of a Durden, but it wasn't a Durden.
You
Durden.
sure it weren't the person beside you going, ding it,
Might
ding
be.
it?
Oh, did you see the woman? Did you check her out beside me? She had her coat up, just her eyes sticking out, and there were some reasonably good jumpy moments.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you're expecting them.
I jumped once.
Okay. I
Um,
jumped because this woman next to me nearly took me out. She proper jumped. Why take someone like that to a film?
Yeah.
Why did she go to that film?
Matt,
'Cause she's obviously
just say-
terrified.
You must think that with me when we go to horror films because I can't fucking help but jump.
Yeah. Yeah, but they're scary. I mean, this woman was terrified of sharks. I could just tell. Because
Mate,
she had her feet up as well, like she was in water. Every time these people ended up in the water, you know, they'll flip a boat just to get these people in the water. Yeah, she brought her feet up, brought her knees up to her chest.
I kind of think a film like this, especially things like Jaws,
Yeah,
I'd love to see on like in the river, or not in the river, not a stream or river, but you know, like a
you'd like to see
pool of water.
a shark.
No,
Oh.
you know, like if you was watching Jaws
Yeah.
on an outside screen,
Oh,
sitting in a
they
dinghy.
do that. Do they do that?
Fucking awesome, that wouldn't it?
They do it. I think people line up boats and they do a
Yeah.
special showing of
That'd
Jaws.
be good because you know it'd be just like
Thing
getting a
is-
feeling that something's
yeah.
gonna happen.
I think you'd have to be in a little, like a rubber ring,
Yeah,
so you
yeah,
could have
yeah.
your feet down.
Oh mate, I wouldn't
Yeah.
have my feet in the water watching Jaws, would you?
I don't know.
I'd just be like, shit, man, he's gonna
But,
fucking eat me.
I'm an animal lover, right? So I know a bit about animals, and there's a lot of stuff in this film where you're like, sharks can't just stop and look at you menacingly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a bit in the trailer where this shark just stops and looks at this little girl.
But what makes me laugh when he stops and looks at the little girl,
Yeah.
aren't their eyes on the side?
Yeah,
So he's looking at her. So technically, he wouldn't see her because he's in the middle. She's in the middle
No.
of his nose.
and he wouldn't smell her because she's in the what do you call it?
Shit ton of glass and metal in front of it.
Yeah, it's like it's so much like Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah,
It's where you
yeah.
got the oil tanker bit on top,
Without
and then
Samuel L. Jackson getting. is
not
that Samuel
sorry,
L.
not
Jackson?
oil tanker, oil rig on top,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
the underwater science.
I thought
lab.
all that looked quite cool.
Yeah.
You know this kind of setup of the what would you call it? Not a marina. What is it? Like a
What do you mean? It's an oil rig with a science station underneath.
yeah. So
Looks
this,
like the Starship Enterprise, doesn't it?
yeah. It looked quite cool, and
Yeah.
you know the setup of that looked quite nice.
This is a big budget film, right? All the
Yeah.
submarines look cool.
Do you know when we walked in and you know we sat down?
Can I
to
just say
watch this,
we got there late again?
mate, this is a bad habit. We promise we don't normally do this. Last week was
Yeah,
my
we do.
fault. No, we don't always miss the beginning. We don't want people to think we miss the beginning of every film.
Well, it was at the beginning scene was Jason Statham in the past.
Saving people.
He makes some enemies and he doesn't want to come back. And they did that whole... Yeah, they did like a picture of Shanghai.
Yeah.
And then it had the Shanghai, China. I know what fucking Shanghai looks like. And then they didn't even do a scene in Shanghai, China. Because then they go straight out to sea and go, oh, here's the science station.
Yeah.
200 miles off the coast of wherever. So why did they go to China? I don't understand.
I think it's just kind of like...
I think this is one of them films, sorry I cut you off,
That's
going to be big in China. So they had a lot of Chinese actors.
Yeah.
They had a lot of Chinese verbal stuff that was subtitled.
Did you notice they had the little Chinese fat kid with the arsehole?
Yeah.
It's kind of like tradition.
Is
in
it?
their film, I think. Have a little fat kid
Yeah.
running around with an arsehole.
Did he die?
No, he didn't.
He didn't. Well, that's a bit of a spoiler, but it's not important to the story. There's a lot of this. He
ain't got
this
no
film.
dialogue. So
No.
I think we were alright there.
Yeah. I can't remember what I was going to say now. But yeah, China at the beginning. I think it's just so Chinese people can go, yeah, China. And
Yeah.
Chinese actors.
I had more fun watching that than I expected, which I think is always good.
Yeah. Because I like people screaming and that.
Yeah. Not the bloke beside me was breathing heavily. I thought he was getting wanked off or something. It was driving me mad because I was like, mate, just fucking rein it in a little bit.
Well, just stop wanking him off then.
I couldn't, mate. He was gorgeous. Couldn't help it.
So he was hyperventilating from fear.
And he's just sitting again.
So
He weren't fat.
Oh.
Not like he's sitting there.
Maybe he was scared then.
No, I think it's maybe because his missus is fucking putting her legs all over him. I was like, love, sit up. It's a fucking cinema.
Oh, so she was scared as well.
No, I don't know. I don't know if they were watching it.
What do people do?
But you know when you're sitting in a cinema and you want to look at them, but you blatantly know if you turn to look at them,
They're both looking
they're
at you.
going to look at you.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, sorry. Didn't mean to look at you.
Especially you, because you're a white man and you've got a big bald head. So they're gonna, you sort of glow in the cinema.
Oh, I should have turned around again. Do you think I look like Jason?
Yeah.
If they look back at me. No. But the fucker used my cup holder. And I was really annoyed because every so often I'd grab his drink. And it wasn't even a drink. It's a fucking ice cream. You know,
you had to take your hand off
sorry, mate.
You had to take your hand off his cock to grab his drink. Yeah.
Then I put my hand back on and he'd be like, oh, that's cold. Oh, sorry. Shall we just get...
Mate, our seats were taken, right?
Yeah.
I get annoyed about that.
Yeah. But I think people come in, they're like, oh, they're not here yet, so we just stay here.
We just sit in your fucking seats.
Yeah. We pay for these. We can turn up whenever we like.
Yeah.
All right, don't get me wrong. I'm not a big fan of getting up and stuff, in cinema.
What do you mean? For a piss?
Yeah.
You went for a piss, didn't you?
When I go to, near the toilet, I always wait for the dramatic scenes to finish, and then I know I'm not really going to miss nothing. All right.
Oh, see, I'm the opposite. I think I don't want to get up and disturb people in a quiet scene, so I'll get up and go in an action scene.
No, I'm not bollocks that. I'm missing the good bits.
Okay.
Because I need to go to the toilet. So this big action bit happened, then I was like, shit.
Sorry, I'm just laughing because I'm trying to think of a good bit in this.
I can't remember when I went, but it was just before. I can't give it on the boat after the.
Oh fuck it! Spoilers from now.
Yeah. Might as well go and spoilers.
Check the time codes.
All right, so spoilers. So I can tell you about my toilet story.
Go on.
I was sitting there, and it was just after the woman's dad got bitten, and not bitten, hurt in when they knocked the boat over.
There's a shark. And it turns out they kill it, and everyone's happy. But obviously, you're halfway through the film.
It's like Jaws 2 or 3, isn't it?
Tell me, did you think that shark that was hanging up dead was going to come back to life?
Though. Yeah, I thought it was going to fucking bite the bloke.
Come back to life, like Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah.
Take the bloke's arm off or something.
Yeah.
Okay, well it didn't. There's actually a bigger shark.
Yeah.
So they killed the first one, and a bigger shark came, and it flipped the boat. So obviously everyone's in the water, all tense, and you went after that.
So once that all finished, and I know that we've got to go out and get on the little dinghy boats with it.
Yeah. No, you didn't miss much.
So I fucking leg it, and I leg it. I don't know why I'm always looking away from you when I'm telling you this story. So I leg it, and I quickly get in there, and I'm fucking unbuckling my flies to go and have a piss. I'm gonna piss on my shoes at this point because I'm so
buckled
quick.
Flies.
No.
Oh, buttons.
My buckle and then buttons on these specific pair of jeans I'm wearing today. And I usually wear shorts, but because it was raining, I wore jeans. But I never run back, and I always wait. I sit there, and I walk into the cinema when it's starting. Still everyone's still watching it,
Yeah.
and I wait for it to kind of people stop talking, and then I leg it straight back to my seat. All right.
Right.
So I think I'm doing everyone else a favour because
Okay.
I'm thinking I'm running to and fro really fast.
Yeah.
I'm probably not running as fast as I think I am, but I feel like I am. A little
See,
fat kid
running fast is helping people.
Yeah, because they're not missing nothing, and I'm just more of I'll whip it past them,
You're talking like you're the fucking Flash.
Yeah. But
My God, where did you come from? There was like a blur, and then you appeared.
like, I didn't even think you thought I'd gone. But
Mate, I had to move my popcorn twice for you to get there and back.
But it's when you see people who, after you sit down and you're like, oh, I've done really well then. I've done really fucking good to get there and back. Piss. Right. And I'm not the quickest pisser.
So you're
but
congratulating yourself.
yeah, I'm really happy with myself.
And
Because
you've gone
then I
really
see
fast.
people walk down the stairs and they're strolling past people in the middle of action scene. I'm like, oi, you prick, move. I'm trying
Yeah.
to watch the film. And I just think these people got no consideration. Because,
Thing is,
I hate
mate-
getting up, but two, I don't like dawdlers.
Dawdlers, mate, they're taking their time because if you didn't realise, but you got back in a flash, right?
Yeah, I was
And
mate,
you're covered in piss. Your flies are still undone.
but
you got
I'm
toilet
like Barry
rolls.
Allen then, aren't I? I'm just
Yeah.
super fast.
Yeah. Mate, I don't know what to talk about now.
All right, let's talk about.
That's a spoiler toilet visit story.
Yeah. Hope you all enjoyed that.
A few faces flash up in this film. Do you remember Macy Oka? He plays Toshi. He's one of the
Hero.
Korean guys from Heroes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, spoilers. He's just a sacrificial lamb for the first scene, right?
Yeah.
He dies, sacrifices himself.
But,
was quite
but he
noble.
sounded like Hero from Heroes.
Yeah, is he meant to be Chinese then in this?
I don't know.
Did he ever? Was he related to the Chinese family in it?
No, I think it was just his friend.
Oh, fair enough.
He
Well, he's
just-
Korean, yeah.
Yeah.
But talking of him, they try and do these emotional scenes. So he died. Everyone's a bit sad, and the dad dies,
Yeah.
and it's all very sad. And then there's another scene where
Did you notice that they didn't kill off the main white guy? They kill off all the Asians.
and I didn't. What I think this sounds terrible, but you're waiting for the black guy to die.
Yeah.
Plus he's a little bit overweight. Plus he wears glasses, so he's gonna get killed. So
And
every
he's
time,
a nerd.
yeah,
Like,
and he's a nerd.
kill him.
And so he was a bit of comic relief, but he wasn't funny, was he?
No,
Dwight
he's,
from The Office was quite funny.
But
But every time he stood with his back to some water, that black guy,
I thought something was going to grab him.
yeah,
Yeah.
just maybe it's Samuel Jackson in Deep Blue Sea.
It must be hard making an original shark film nowadays
Yeah,
when all the best things that we know about shark films are from things like Jaws.
yeah,
So the shark, when they're not paying attention to the water, the shark comes out of the water. We've seen that before.
yeah,
So we see that in this. We see the dead shark hanging up on the boat, and we presume that's the megalodon. And then we
Yeah.
see another one come out of the water.
it's
All
a
right?
fake out. Yeah,
Not that happened in Jaws, but in the original Jaws, you see them. They think they've got Jaws,
yeah.
and they're all hanging up taking pictures of it. But really, the real
It's a
Jaws
tiger
is a lot
shark,
bigger.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's still out there, so that's still there. You got the beach scenes, the underwater with the feet
Yeah.
splashing. So you got a lot of things. That you can't.
So what you're saying is they're always going to be competing with Jaws, so they
Yeah.
do well to do anything original.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So if you can go in here and enjoy a film like this, I think it's a bonus because we've seen the best film there is about sharks.
Okay,
already.
makes sense.
Does that make sense? What
No,
I'm
it
trying to
does.
say? So these people, you got to take your hats off for them to giving it a go.
Well, that
It
was a
can't be easy
serious
to
film.
Take on something like this.
They say it was the first blockbuster, didn't they?
Mm.
Jaws. It was a serious film and it had good acting.
Yeah.
This is not a serious film and it hasn't got good acting,
No.
right?
But do you think sometimes the director who's made because a person
This is the guy, John Turteltaub. Man, I fucked that name up. He done the National Treasures, which again they're
Okay.
not very serious films.
So, but do you think no, he wants to make a
Well, that's
good
mate.
film?
The point I was getting to before you rudely interrupted me and spoke for like 10 minutes is they tried to do emotional scenes in this,
Mm.
really slow scenes, and I'm not someone that shouts out at the cinema, but the dad dies and she's sad. She tells the daughter they're sad. Jason Statham comes in, tries to console her. I thought he was going to shag her then,
Yeah.
but I thought how inappropriate is that? I thought don't shag her there.
yeah.
There's no shagging in this film, is
No.
there? So I was disappointed. But yeah, this director or the writer tried to put these emotional scenes in,
Yeah.
and they're so flat. I don't shout out at the cinema, but I wanted to just go, boring! You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where's the fucking shark?
No, you should do. No, but
There's no point. There's no place for those scenes in this film.
I think that hero who died at the beginning, alright?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, we didn't see enough of him to care.
Yeah.
I didn't care. I'm like, well, you sacrificed yourself.
He's a good actor, and I
Yeah.
loved him in Heroes, like you say.
But when he sacrificed, you're like, oh, fuck, I don't care. So they're all like, oh, my best friend died because of you.
Yeah.
Well, it's not Jason's fault, is it?
No, there's they blame him. But yeah, we've talked the shark.
We also had Cliff Curtis from Fear the Walking Dead, and what else has he been in?
Mate, tons of stuff.
Yeah,
His main stuff is sort of well, I loved him in Sunshine. Do you remember that Danny Boyle film?
Yeah.
He's in that. Whale Rider.
Whale Rider, I've never seen that. Training Day. Yeah, so he's done a few good films. He was alright. There was no chemistry between any of the characters. I don't think I've sat there and watched
any
it
of
and
the relationships. There was no time for any of them. This first sub that gets trapped is Jason Statham's character's ex-wife. Why? It doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah, it's just what a coincidence. The only person who's ever gone that deep in water happens to be your ex-husband.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
but there's an underwater film with an ex-wife, and it's The Abyss with Ed Harris, and that film is built on that relationship, and it's brilliant. But this is just she's your ex-wife,
and you see her at the end a little bit, but I think you don't really notice.
There's no real decent chemistry or scenes, any time given to that relationship at all.
I felt
because he wants to bang this Chinese bird, right?
Yeah.
So he's not getting back with his ex-wife or anything.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, I'm in a sticky situation. Not really, mate. She's your ex. She doesn't seem to be interested in you. This one seems to be interested in you.
Yeah.
Go and have some fun.
Mate, shall we reference our little bet we had last week? Go on.
All right, so last week we were talking about Jason Statham always takes his tops off in films. All right, and
mate, I would if I looked like him.
Yeah, he's 50 years old, I think, 49, 50, and
is your microphone all right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, sorry, I just had an itchy ear. But
yeah, I said 10 minutes. I said like first scene because it's a film based around water. Yeah. I thought the first scene is going to be in the past with him swimming. So I thought,
I was quite surprised because I was watching and he's going to take his top off in a minute. He's going to take his top off.
He didn't.
He didn't, and I thought he's going to go in the water. He's going to put on a swimsuit or something. You know, pair of little speedos, but he doesn't. All right, not that I'm sitting there waiting for him to put the pair of speedos on. Come on, Jason, do it for me. But obviously he takes his top off. He has a shower, comes out of the shower.
Yeah, but what did you say? 20 minutes?
I said 17.
That's very specific.
Yeah, I don't know
it was about 45 minutes, wasn't it?
I was closest.
But it wasn't just he's got his top off and there's a scene. It's he's got his top off. You know, it's
kind of flexes a little bit.
It's part of the scene that this woman's like checking him out and feeling embarrassed. So it's gratuitous.
He is like a natural aphrodisiac for women, isn't he? You know.
I thought you were going to say he's an actual athlete because he used to be a professional diver. Yeah.
I think my wife would have enjoyed him in that.
Yeah. Basically, you wanted to take your wife to this and not me. Yeah. So I should have stayed.
Maybe because we wouldn't have looked so excited because when he took his top off,
I just wanted to win.
Looked at each other like, oh yeah. So
I've just realised what we must have looked like.
So Pete must have been like, look at them two. They're well happy to see Jason with his top off.
We proper smiled at each other when he took his top off because of our bet.
But then when he did it again, I was like,
off.
Oh yeah.
You're wanking that guy off next year.
He must have been like, mate, stop squeezing so hard.
I don't know how much I can leave in of this.
Oh no.
Fuck it, I'll leave it in.
No, but it's yeah. So, but he does all the film, you know. I think it's because if you look that good, you would take your top off.
Yeah, for a 50-year-old man. Jesus.
Yeah. Fuck me. I don't even look like that. I've got another 15 years to go till I'm 50. I've got a chance.
We said this about Tom Cruise the other week.
Yeah.
We can't run as fast as him. That was your problem.
Yeah.
And you're
younger.
Swim
as fast as Statham.
Jason Statham, no.
Because, alright, some of the scenes, let's talk about some of the scenes quickly.
Go on. And then we'll do a rating, yeah?
Yeah. He kind of like, some of the action scenes, you know, were quite fun. You know, like when they're in the little pods and they're trying to get past the shark and shit like that.
Yeah, those little they called them gliders, right?
Yeah.
I think they watched Jurassic World too many times because the ball they're in moves like one of them gyrospheres. Why does it need to do that? You don't need to be upright all the time in a submarine, do you?
Yeah, no.
I thought anyway, go on.
No, but it's like he obviously had no fear because he'd jump in the water after the cage.
Oh yeah, so the young Chinese lady, the mother, she's in one of those shark cages.
But this one can take like 800, 900 pounds,
1,000 million pounds of pressure. And no shark can break it. But yeah, she's been having a go at him for leaving people behind the whole film.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, I can't leave her behind.
So he jumps in the water, you know, like you do.
Yeah.
This big fucking shark has got it in the mouth, and she says, they're like, don't worry, he won't be able to break it. And they're like, that's not the problem, he's starting to swallow me.
The first thing I thought of, that's like a swallow-sized capsule for a big shark, yeah.
So I kept thinking, why didn't you just run through the bottom or something, slip out, you know? It's got to be a way out. And you're like, oh no, I'm getting thrown about, I'm going to get swallowed. And he jumps in and he flies down there to save her.
Yeah.
Which he does. Yeah, flies, yeah, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Swims fast.
Yeah.
Like the Flash. Alright, swims really fast and he saves her. And then there's that scene where he's trying to swim her because her oxygen mask has been broken.
Yep.
So she runs out of oxygen, so she's passed out. He's trying to get to the surface of the water, and then the shark's coming towards him, and all of a sudden something like the crane wire catches around its fin and stops it dead right in front of him, and then the shark's trying to bite him.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, you know, and he's like, go, and Jason's like kicking it. Like, get away from me, like it's a fucking dog. I was like, mate, you're gonna die, get out of the way.
Yeah.
Live, run.
What annoys me is this shark, we've got to stop this in a minute, but he's just eaten another shark, you know, half his size. This shark isn't going to eat again that year, right? If it's like, you know.
Yeah.
So he's not going to bother with little tiny people. He doesn't care.
No.
Dog survives. Did you like that bit?
No. I'll tell you why in a second, but I want to say, yeah.
Go on.
We'll talk about the dog quickly. So that dog jumps on the boat, goes in the water.
There's a wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought,
the bride's
this
dog.
is for all these dog lovers.
Yeah.
Right. I can't stand little dogs like that. I was like, I was really
Grace
annoyed.
can hear you, right? She's just sitting next to you.
Grace is alright. She's not a fancy fucking dog.
She can't swim like that dog, though.
No.
That little Bichon
I can
Frise.
imagine her just going in the water and just sinking to the bottom.
Yeah,
So-
she would. She's pure like muscle. They're the most ridiculous looking dog, pugs.
But
Her head, neck, and shoulders are all the same width. Sorry, I think it was like a little Yorkshire Terrier thing, wasn't it?
So it's,
in the
and when
film.
it came back, I was just like, you see it at the end, and Jason Statham looks at it. I thought, oh, he's going to save that.
I thought he was going to save it.
But he didn't. I was like, good on you, mate. Good, you left the dog. That's what I like to see.
But then the dog does get to the boat in the end.
Yeah.
And this girl next to me, she went, yay.
No, I was annoyed. I just thought, there's no way this dog survived. That shark was coming right at you.
I know. That dog.
But,
yeah.
enough of the fucking little stupid dog. I think the last thing we need to talk about is how the shark died. All right.
Right.
How did the megalodon die, Adam?
Well, it was fake
Please
out
explain.
after fake out, wasn't it? We thought
Yeah.
they killed it, then they blew up a whale accidentally.
Yeah.
You know the difference between a whale and a shark.
It's got no teeth.
It dies. I can't even fucking remember how it died. Don't tell me. I'm going to get this. I'm thinking of Jaws 2 now. Electrocution.
No.
Oh, yeah. He's got a boat, like a glider submarine.
Yeah.
He cuts it up the belly with one of his fins.
But did you like how he didn't know? Because I thought, good on you, mate. All this time, and now you just come up with the idea.
Yeah.
Swim towards it, fake going up, then go under, and then
Right.
catch it in its belly with the fin.
Yeah.
And it obviously slices it open.
But I've just remembered after it's got him, Jason Statham breaks out. Have this, you bastard. Grabs like a spear,
Yeah.
jumps in it, jabs it in the eye, and then this whole shark jumps out of the water. He's with it on his face. So just imagine this:
brilliant.
Jason Statham, this tiny little man on this shark's face, and then jabs it again in the eye, and then they both fall back down.
I think that was kind of meant to kind of like, it's gone into its brain now.
But it didn't. There's no way.
It's about this big. I
Yeah.
don't know why I'm showing you my hand.
Even a metre spear
Yeah.
couldn't get to that thing's brain. So
And-
he's got one dodgy eye now.
But it's
He's
kind
not
of
dead.
like this jumping up out of the water towards the camera, like
Yeah.
really hero. I can't say the fucking
Heroically.
Heroically.
Well, maybe that would have been good in IMAX 3D.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then a load of normal sharks eat the.
But then
big
I was
shark.
like, where's all these sharks come from?
Yeah.
Not
Oh,
just
because of the
one-
blood.
Yeah, but there's not one or two.
No,
There's fucking
It's
shitloads.
a myth about a shark. You know, a drop of blood in a lake. It's bullshit. They
yeah.
can't smell that far. But yeah, it's a trope in shark films.
I kept thinking, I'd like to go in a shark cage. I want to
Yeah.
get one of those. But I'd have to have a proper breathing stuff because I can't use a snorkel.
Oh, yes. Those
Snorkel.
snorkels, mate. Snorkels are hard.
Is it snorkel or snorkel?
I use a snorkel, but, you know, professionals, they use snorkels.
Yeah.
It's like a snooker cue crossed with a... So can we do ratings now?
Yeah.
Um,
One more No, nothing. Go on.
I'm going to give this 2 thumbs... No, I'm not. I'm going to give it 1 thumb down.
Okay. I don't know. You know, part of me wants to go 1 thumb down, but I'm going to have to say neutral.
Really?
Just because...
This is a bad film, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
The reason it's getting neutral, no hands, no thumbs up, no thumbs down, is because even though it's piss poor in so many levels, alright,
Yeah.
there's so much you could enjoy.
Yeah,
You
mate,
know?
it's fun.
And I feel like you can't give something 2 thumbs down when you laughed and smiled throughout.
Yeah, but you said that
Maybe not for the right
the big action scene didn't impress you that much. So watch it at home. Yeah.
If you like Statham, you probably enjoy this.
Yeah, there's plenty
There's
of
going to
good.
be people out there that are going to fucking love this film.
Yeah, Chinese. That's why
Yeah.
there's so much Chinese stuff in it.
Yeah.
Make a load of money.
They're going to be like, yes, that's fucking amazing. But yeah, go and
Okay,
check it
mate.
out if you want to.
Go and see. Go and see it. Go and see it, or go and just wait for it at
Yeah.
home. All right. Cheers, mate.
Thank you.
Back in a bit. Okay, mate. Let's do some trailers.
Okay.
Couple this week. Did you see the the Nutcracker? But I can't remember what it's called.
And the Four Realms.
That's it. The Nutcracker and the Four Realms.
I did, yes, I did see that.
You
film.
excited for that film? It's a Christmas film, right?
Yeah. There's parts of that I thought, well, that looked like it could be quite interesting, like the soldiers and stuff like that, the wooden soldiers.
It looked massive, right?
Yeah.
Huge budget production.
But then it's also got a lot of things I don't like,
Yeah.
like the old fancy dressed people from the, like, what's it called, like the Downton Abbey style, that kind of
Oh, it's
era.
a period looking
Yeah,
thing.
and I was like,
So you're-
fuck's sake.
You're automatically out
Yeah,
because
yeah.
of the dresses.
No, part of me was like, that kind of drama kind of thing was like in my mind. I was like,
Yeah.
do I really want to watch this
Yeah, but
shit?
it's, do you know what it
But
reminded
then
me
there's
of?
certain bits where like, wow, that's cool.
Yeah, massive, epic. You know, Tim Burton done Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
That was very old-fashioned, wasn't it, at the
Yeah.
start? And then she goes into a magical world. That's exactly what this is,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But you got Morgan Freeman.
And he was like, your mum told me what her best creation was. And I thought, please say the Nutcracker.
Yeah.
Put out a little nut and crack it.
But
he
yeah,
didn't.
it's her.
Yeah.
And there's a magical world. And
Yeah.
Keira Knightley pops up
Yeah.
in some makeup. You're not a big fan of Keira Knightley? No.
Nah, it's not my sort of cup of tea.
Do you know, I look at her now and I remember parts of the Caribbean 11, whichever one it was.
It's like 15 years ago now.
Yeah, it's like within like 2 minutes she becomes the pirate captain of the world.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
Yeah, I think there's going to be it's going to be a big film.
Yeah,
I think people are going to go mad for it.
family, Christmas, Disney, Wonder.
I don't know nothing about the Nutcracker, so
No.
I've got no idea what it's
Well,
about.
it's probably nothing really about the
I
original.
always thought Nutcracker was like a ballet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is, yeah.
So they've turned a ballet, and there's a little bit of ballet in this.
Well, they're
My
remaking
daughter
all,
love that.
yeah, they're remaking all their stuff in live action.
Yeah.
And they did a Nutcracker animated film, didn't they, Disney?
I didn't watch
A
it.
long time ago. Yeah, I've got nothing to say about it.
No, it's just I think visually it's going to be stunning,
Yeah,
and there's going to be some really amazing bits and things you can experience. But
yeah. Matt, as you
overall,
say,
I'm not like.
as you say, your little girls will love it.
My daughter loves dance, so she'll be
Yeah.
like, "Wow, Daddy, look at ballet! Wow,
Yeah.
Daddy! Oh, look, Daddy, some people get murdered." So she
Yeah.
likes lots of things, but she'll love that.
Cool, man. I saw Slaughterhouse Rules. I got well excited. This is the trailer for the new Nick Frost,
But then can
Simon
I
Pegg.
tell you what I think you think?
Go on. What do I think?
I think you're disappointed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big time.
Yeah,
Because you see, like Nick Frost, Simon Pegg, their next film, you're like, oh, wicked.
yeah,
This looks like a kids' film
yeah,
with kids' humour, right?
yeah.
It's like a
It's British, isn't it? So you got like a British school.
yeah. You got Michael Sheen, who's good.
It's got that kid from Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, but no, I think it's going to be like a PG,
Yeah.
which is a bit sad because who is it? Ollie got in contact with us. He'd just seen that Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse,
Yeah.
which was brilliant. It was
I've
funny.
not seen that.
There was nudity. There was rude stuff. I loved it. It was
It weren't Jason Statham with his top off in that, was it?
Nah, sorry, mate. But yeah, this was not a good trailer for me. It's about like a school called Slaughterhouse. Simon Pegg's a teacher. Some like gateway to hell in the woods, monsters. Nick Frost, I don't know, is a caretaker or something.
Yeah.
Little bit Hogwarts, little bit.
It's sort of like a giant mole.
Like a big mole rat thing.
So
that was funny. Martin Sheen has to put his driving gloves on before.
Yeah.
Am I saying Michael Sheen or Martin Sheen? Yeah, Michael Sheen.
Yeah, it's just.
But did you not think it was any good?
No, I just thought that's all right.
It's because you're looking for like Shaun of the Dead.
I think the problem is, you soon as said Simon Pegg and Nick Frost back together, you're like, oh, wicked.
Yeah.
It's going to be that good comedic roles, good connection they have together when they work together.
I loved Hot Fuzz. I loved Shaun of the Dead. What's the last?
End.
World's End, nah, not so much. And
Paul.
also Paul, not so much.
Yeah.
So this is on the not so much side for me.
And I think as you say, you think when you hear Slaughterhouse Rules, it's going to be a lot more violence and stuff, but this looks like it's going to be, as you say, a PG film.
Well, it just looks like it was made for a younger audience. So, yeah.
So it's basically a boarding school which becomes a bloody battleground.
Yeah.
When a sinkhole appears as nearby threat. That's what I was saying to you just before. I had an idea of another world, and the reason they get to this other world is with a sinkhole.
Well, like the old Florida sinkholes.
Yeah, you know, the floor collapses and they fall in. That was my idea. I had an idea of a script, like a story or
like a gateway to hell. Yeah.
No, it went to hell.
Oh.
It was just to different realms, like not realms, but I was thinking realms because we watched Nutcracker, but different worlds in one world. If that makes sense.
So they've nicked your idea.
Yeah. So
but you got to start making films, otherwise people are going to jump the gun.
Oh, mate, I know. I could be fucking superstar one day with all my ideas.
Yeah.
No, but
it's funny. I always hear about these ideas after we've seen them, so I don't believe that.
I didn't come up with that while I watched this again.
Okay.
Sinkholes.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell Adam that I had this idea of a film about sinkholes. You asked Lou. I told Lou about this a while ago. Sorry.
No, mate, I believe you.
You asked my wife this,
okay?
Because I mentioned it to her, and I remember being at work and coming up with this idea, and I didn't have a proper piece of paper, I had some napkins, and I was just drawing this world. All right.
Where do you work? There's no paper.
I'm a postie.
Do you work in a?
But I should have loads of paper.
Yeah.
But I couldn't draw on people's letters. Yeah, anyway, I drew like this the world with like the crust and all that.
Mate, just nick the envelope, give the letter through the post box without any.
Sorry, I got
envelope.
damaged.
Damaged. They still get their letter though, right? Just keep the envelope.
Yeah, I get in trouble for opening people's mail.
Okay. Oh dear.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, don't need that shit in my life.
I open everything that comes through my door, whether it's from me or not.
Yeah. Do you know you're supposed to return if it's not yours?
Right.
You return it, but people take theirs in the bin and stuff like that.
Fuck it. The guy moved out of here. What? How long have I been here? Years, right? Still getting
6
post.
years.
Still getting post for him.
Yeah.
So I check them for cash. Not yet. So those trailers, a bit sad. Shit trailer segment, both not great.
Yeah. Maybe next week we get something better.
Yeah. Let's wait till then.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, that's it for that bit. Okay, mate. Should we do some news?
Yeah.
What's my dog doing? Is she attacking you?
No, she's getting a pillow.
Oh, she's obsessed with those pillows. My baby daughter fights that pug for those pillows. It's so funny. It's like a proper little wrestling match.
Oh, that'd be good.
And she don't bite her for some reason. She bites me.
Yeah.
And the cat attacks me and doesn't attack the kid. Yeah. And I'm way nicer to that cat than the kid, so.
Maybe because she looks at your kid and goes, "Oh, she's cute."
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. My news, we saw, was it last week we watched the second Venom trailer?
Yes.
And we were like, that's a weird accent. Because it's New York, isn't it?
Yeah.
But like a strange sort of New York accent. So we had a bit of news about, he does two voices. And I've got two bits of news for Venom. He it's rapper Redman. Do you know Redman, the rapper?
Yeah.
That's who he's emulating. And so when he's Eddie Brock, he's doing a bit of a Woody Allen, sort of nervous, because we said we thought he was dumb and innocent.
Yeah.
So he's sort of, he's almost like an actor who's scared of his own voice.
Yeah.
We never hear it, do we?
No.
He's either doing Bane, or he's doing, what was the last one he did a funny voice in? Oh, Mad Max.
Yeah.
That was a voice. He didn't speak a lot, but that was a voice he put on. Mate, do you want to go out, Grace? Can you just behind you? Don't draw the curtain because it comes off. But undo the key and then lift the lever up. Go on in, Grace. Grace, go outside. Oh, now she won't go out. You can't get out that way, Grace. Go round the other side of the sofa. Go outside. Mate, you might have to pull the sofa out a bit. There you go. Just make sure she'll come back in a minute. Just leave it open unless you're cold. Yeah. So, I mean, he's not a nice guy, Redman, is he? But that's who he's doing Venom.
Yeah.
And then Woody Allen for. Anyway, my news. It's going to be a fucking PG, they reckon.
Oh.
Did you read this?
What? Yeah, I did.
The whole point of this film is it's going to be Sony's first R-rated film because we mentioned this last week. He fucking eats people. I don't know
why they do it because Logan and Deadpool have shown that they can do it.
Sony said, Logan was so successful, and they thought, let's do Venom would be a perfect character for R-rated.
This film's going to tank big time now.
I think so because if they do go PG, people will be so pissed off. You know the trailer where he's talking to that robber and he's saying what he's going to do, and then it cuts away.
Yeah.
And then there's a humorous bit. It's going to cut away in the film.
Yeah.
We're not going to see any of that.
Yeah.
It's just sad, man. What's happening with things like that?
Do you think the director would have taken on the role if he knew it was going to turn into PG-13?
Probably not.
Because he'd be like, what's the point? Because
they've shot most of this film, right?
Yeah.
Have they finished it? Probably have.
Must have finished it.
Yeah.
The editing stage and
so
all that.
So it just means they've got to cut shitload out. It's basically what we always say. Executives.
Because you can cut and edit up till just before you release.
Yeah. So the executives obviously getting nervous about the rating, saying, "Oh no, let's do a PG."
Did these fuckers ever learn? When would they ever learn to just go? Let's leave it. Let the director have responsibility.
Yeah.
No, I think if directors and writers were given a bit more freedom, we might get better films.
But this late in the day to change it, he's made a film, and they're going to put out a different film than what he's made.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's sort of my news. So.
And then they'll blame someone else for it tanking. They'll be like, he didn't do a good job acting.
But they're really trying to get a universe out there, aren't they?
Yeah.
That Dark Universe was a load of bollocks, wasn't it, with the Mummy?
Yeah.
That's cancelled. And
but now they're saying they're going to be
doing Venomverse.
They're going to be doing loads of Spider-Man spin-offs as well. So they've got the all out. So they want to calm down. So they've got a lot they want to do, but I think they're just going to fucking shoot themselves in the foot. Definitely. Yeah. Anyway, on to more joyful news.
Can I try and guess what you're going to talk about?
Go on.
Is it the Oscars?
No.
Oh, because you like the Oscars.
Yeah.
There was some Oscar news. Don't worry, do your news.
No, I did read the Oscar news.
New category, popular film.
Do you think? Oh yeah, because I read that people said in this popular film thing was,
Grace,
it's not right. So
calm down.
You're saying if they had this popular film in, that Black Panther would have won. Right. Because it's a popular film, but it deserved the best Oscar. It didn't deserve the best picture. No. It was a good film, but it's not a best picture.
No.
That's my personal opinion. I'm not saying it. I'm not taking away from Black Panther because it was a great film.
Yeah.
So if it did have a category for best popular film, it probably deserved to win that. But not a.
The thing is, popular films, they're just trying to get like the People's Choice Awards, aren't they?
Yeah.
I'm guessing this category will be voted for by the public, which means things like Transformers that make $1 billion are going to win Oscars. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, you're going to end up getting shit, and then you'll be like, why do we just watch that? Why do we have that?
Also, the telecast is going to be shorter, so they're trying to cut the programme down in length. So all the smaller trophies, the awards, we won't get to see. So these people who it's their one chance to sort of raise awareness of themselves, they're going to cut it out of the show. So I don't know. Anyway, mate, your news.
Anyway, mine going on to a bit more cheery news. Do you remember that prolific serial killer? Have I said it wrong?
No, I'm laughing that you said now for some more cheery news. Remember that prolific serial killer Fred West?
No, Charles Cullen.
No, I don't.
He was in recording history. He was supposedly killed over 400 people, right?
Oh, he hasn't beaten
And-
our guy then.
No, given the
We'll
and-
always win, won't we, Britain, for serial killer because of old Harold Shipman.
oh yeah,
Yeah. Anyway,
it's basically about a 16-year-old nursing career that gave him the opportunity to kill as many as 400 people.
Jesus. I bet my wife's heard of him because she's obsessed with serial killer
I
stuff.
don't know why, but some people are mad for serial
I bet
killers.
TV shows. How many serial killer TV shows and films are there?
Yeah,
They go nuts.
people find it intriguing, but you get them people who also
No.
go, "Oh, I love him. He's a changed person."
No, this
No.
they don't deserve recognition, you know.
No, but he's getting played by Eddie Redmayne,
Right.
right? Who's got a weird look about him. I think he's got a serial killer look to him already. So
Yeah.
I think he'll do well. And
You're saying Stephen Hawking had a serial killer look to him?
yes, I think so.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
just a little. You know, it's that wheelchair that did it.
Yeah.
You see him rolling down the road.
He done well. How was Stephen Hawking killing people again?
Anyway, so it was
in your
basically
mind. So, Matt, I really want to carry on. You've got a creative mind. You're writing a film about Stephen Hawking killing people. How's he doing it?
he's using it. I can't say the word.
He's in telekinesis.
Yeah.
Paranormal. Okay.
With his computer as well. You know, like typing words in, going,
Okay. Well, in my film, he's faked the whole illness.
what, a bit
The
like Usual
ALS.
Suspects kind of style. He's
Yeah,
going to get up
and
and
he's-
walk
yeah.
off. And
Perfect crime because he just
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
back in his chair.
He must get a lot of cramp, though,
Yeah.
in that position all that time,
Yeah.
talking like this.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Why are we going
Mate,
really...
you're being mean now.
Yeah.
So Eddie Redmayne is playing a serial killer.
called Charles Cullen.
Yeah.
And Jessica Chastain, she's playing a fellow nurse who helped bring him to justice.
Yeah.
Um,
The first thing I'm thinking of, this is a very ginger film,
Yeah.
isn't it? So you got a ginger hunting another ginger.
See, it wouldn't be so bad because don't they say that? I know it's not true, so that people don't hate me. But there used to be a thing called gingers don't have souls, right? So, which is stupid. But then if you took that context and put it on to a serial killer, you'd be like,
I thought you were going to say that about, did the drapes match the carpet?
No.
That's what I thought you were going to say.
No.
Gingers don't have souls.
Do you ever remember that YouTube
No.
video? The little ginger kid going, "We do have." It's basically off South Park. South Park said it,
Oh,
and this kid lost his shit over
it sounds
on the
like South
internet.
Park, yeah.
But because they got a lot of shit from it. People used to say, "Oh, gingers don't have some souls." But
Mate,
that
I
was
bet they
true.
got more shit about ginger stuff than that Timmy in the wheelchair.
Yeah,
Timmy!
Timmy, great character.
Brilliant.
But yeah, so I like the idea of that because I like them kind of moody films, which
Yeah.
just kind of goes on to.
I like the cat and mouse stuff,
yeah.
how they
But
work it
the
out.
only downfall is like with films like this is if you're going in knowing it's a serial killer who's killed 400 people, you know there's going to be a lot of killing and stuff. They're going to have to beef it up a little bit, maybe make it more dramatise the deaths.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't imagine the deaths being that in real life being that fucking graphic if he's just overdosing them or something like
Yeah.
that. So maybe they're going to make it a bit more, ooh, when you watch it.
Is it called Angel of Death? What's the film called?
It doesn't say what it's called, but yeah, I think The Angel of Death probably sounds like a
Yeah.
film, that you can
Mate,
use.
I'll watch it because they're great actors
Yeah.
and actresses.
Yeah, I like Jessica Chastain.
Okay, mate.
That kind of style of film that I like.
Yeah.
Kind of just leads me on to one thing I want to say is
Go on.
the first image of Hold the Dark came out. The
Oh.
film from Jeremy Saulnier.
Right.
Near enough. I think it's near enough how you say it.
Yeah.
But, of Blue Ruin and Green Room. You remember
Yeah.
those films?
Great films.
And the first image came out. It's going to be a Netflix film, which is obviously a little bit disappointing because I never got to see Green Room and Blue Ruin at the cinema.
No.
So now I've seen his work, I kind of look forward to seeing things of what he does.
So the Netflix film, is this the one with Jessica Chastain?
No.
No.
Sorry, I'm just saying that's the style I'd
The
like
style.
that to be. But of what Hold the Dark, I expect it to
Oh,
be.
sorry, mate. Hold the Dark, yeah.
Yeah, Hold the Dark, yeah. So
It's going to be on Netflix.
Yeah, so it's written by Malcolm Blair,
Right.
who was in Blue Ruin.
Is
I
it
think it's in
Macon,
Green-
like bacon? Macon Blair?
Macon Blair. Yeah,
We struggle with names on this show, don't we?
we got practice.
Macon Blair?
Didn't you have an app where we could work it out a bit more?
I think you can type stuff in YouTube how to pronounce stuff now. I can't be bothered. Yeah, mate, I love Blue Ruin. Do you like that slow pace? That's quite a slow
Yeah, I
film.
like that kind of style. You know, it's not.
A Bad Day for the Cut is very similar to that.
Yeah.
That's a great film as well. These are all great films. Please remember these and watch them. Yeah.
I think the thing with these films are kind of like visually they're great to look at.
Yeah.
It's not too in your face, not too bright, but I think the stories are gripping and compelling, and it kind of pushes you forward at a decent, reasonable pace that you can enjoy, and you get kind of attached to these characters.
Yeah.
So this new Hold the Dark's going to have Alexander Skarsgård in it.
Yep. Big Little Lies. He was good in that.
Yeah, and in Tarzan, wasn't he?
Oh yeah.
A lot of people didn't like.
There's a lot of Skarsgårds, isn't there? The brothers. Not brothers.
Brothers, 4 of them, isn't there? 3,
yeah, one
4.
is in Vikings.
Yeah, so that's my news, basically.
Yeah. So Hold the Dark, give that a watch. The Untitled Angel of Death. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I think it's good. I just thought it's kind of sounded quite interesting.
I can't remember what I said.
You talked about Venom.
Yeah, and keep up to date with Venom because that'd be really sad if it's a PG. Okay, mate. So back in a bit for what you've been up to.
So Adam, what you been up to?
I saw a film.
Ooh, that's good. That's what we do.
There's a new service. We talk about Netflix and Hulu and Amazon Video.
Yeah.
Sorry, what's it called? Amazon
Prime.
Studios. Prime, yeah. Shudder. Right, they do a load of horror films. They do a lot of foreign stuff. For example, there's a new series called Mission out. It's a French sci-fi.
Hold on, did you mention Shudder to me earlier? I thought it was like going to be some like
no, it's like
dodgy
a
sex site or something, a bit like Grindr.
No, unfortunately, no. It's mainly horror, but I watched a film called Cold Hell. It's a German film.
Okay.
Set in Austria.
I like foreign films.
Yeah, mate, there's some brilliant stuff out. That Mission I mentioned, the TV series on Shudder. Just go to shudder.com as a free trial, 7 days. I better cancel that before I have to pay anything. I always think that. Yeah, but give it a try. Cold Hell. Yeah, it's set in Germany. No, set in Austria, but it's a German film.
Okay.
And it's basically this lady witnesses a serial killer. Oh mate, it's horrible. It's fucking disgusting. He's a Muslim man who wants to punish prostitutes before they die. So he puts boiling hot oil down their throat. It's all in the Quran somewhere. Skins them up. Yeah, it's disgusting.
Did you say it's in the Quran that they?
Something that happens to. I don't want to get religious, but it's written in scriptures that this is what happens to prostitutes when they die, or sinners when they die. Something like boiling hot oil. And what's the dog doing now?
I farted and it jumped.
I know. She'll love that. She'll get her face right in there. She loves the smell of a good fart.
Okay.
Unless it's her fart, and then she'll leave the room. Just leave us with it. Anyway, back to being tortured horribly. Yeah, she witnesses this guy. He sees her. She sees him. And it's fucking tense, man. But what I love about it is this woman who's also Muslim. She's not devout or nothing, but she, God is good. You know, she believes in it all. She's from Turkey, living in Austria. And you just don't get. She's a badass. A bit like talked about the Outlaws.
Yeah.
How I said Don Jen. His name's Don Lee. I sounded like a right dick last week. But I couldn't be bothered to go back and change it all. So, sorry to Don Lee. His name is Don Lee. He's in the Outlaws.
You fixed it now, mate.
Trained to Busan. Yeah. This lady, she's a badass because she's a Thai kickboxer in her spare time, and you get a bit of that because she's.
What a coincidence, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
I've
the
just
fight
seen
scenes are.
I know.
Yeah. Well, it's hard because basically her life's unravelled. She split up with her boyfriend, who's now living with this other woman. So she's an angry woman, you know, living in Vienna. And yeah, she's helped spar with like new people to Thai boxing.
Yeah.
She almost kills this bloke because he gets pissed off that she's a woman and he's getting beat basically.
So he's trying to hit hard on that.
Yeah, so she's already got problems with the guy that owns the gym, her ex-boyfriend, and all this stuff. And her family's fucked. You know, I think her dad abused her, or whatever. Anyway, yeah, I'm not going to spoil the film too much, but her best friend steals her jacket or takes her jacket and then goes to see her at her flat. And obviously you can see what's going to happen.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
wearing her jacket.
So is it like a cat and mouse kind of thing?
Yeah.
In
We
the sense
mentioned
that
cat and mouse.
He's trying to
earlier.
hunt her down. And
Yeah.
she's trying to get away from him.
Yeah, and she ends up with this girl's kid, her friend's kid, and she's on the run basically. She stays with the head detective who's on the case. They've been hunting this guy across Europe. They try and work out where he is. But the fight scenes are great because he's very much, women stay behind the man.
Yeah, yeah.
Calls everyone a whore. And he does these horrible, torturous things. He sets her on fire.
Do you see these torture things happen?
Yeah, some of them.
So it's right up my street then.
Yeah.
Not that I'm into torture, but I like.
Mate, you are. You're
violent
sick.
films.
Yeah. But she's great in it, and it's a really fucking long film, but it doesn't seem like it.
When you say really long, how long is it?
I think it's a couple of hours.
Okay.
But
It's like the norm nowadays for films,
yeah.
isn't it?
But it doesn't need to be that long. But there's a lot of emotional scenes with her old family. I won't talk about it too much because I want people to watch it. But subscribe to Shudder because there's another film I'm going to talk about next week, which is also on there. But this is great. You don't normally get a female Muslim heroine.
Yeah.
And she's a dark sort of character as well.
Is it how much is this Shudder then if you go past 7 days?
Oh mate, I knew you were going to ask me that. I think it's $4.99 a month.
That's not so bad.
I think it's $4.99 a month if you go for a year.
Shudder sounds like it's just about horror films.
It's mainly horror. There's some old horror on there,
Okay.
but there's some new sort of original series.
And how did you come across this one?
I heard about this film called Cold Hell ages ago, like someone's top 10
Yeah.
thing. They said, "Oh yeah, watch it. It's really good because the pace is good. It's a long film, but it keeps you going. It's really worth it."
Okay,
because
cool.
the way people get sort of dispatched in this film is quite
My
original.
list is getting really long. Obviously, I got the film Outlaws. I didn't manage to get to see that
That's
last
great.
week, but I'm going to watch that. That's on my list. And now, Cold Hell. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cold
mate, I
Hell.
recommend it.
Cool, we'll do.
And check out shudder.com.
Shudder.com. We'll put a link on.
Yeah. Okay, mate. What you been up to? Anything good?
Well, I want to go and see Teen Titans, but
I was going to ask you in the Meg review because you've seen Hotel Transylvania 3 this week.
Yeah, I wanted to see Teens, but I didn't get time.
Okay. Well, can I say what was better, Hotel Transylvania 3 or the Meg?
I got to say Hotel Transylvania.
I thought you were going to say that. I like those films.
I think this is probably the best one out of the three.
Is it?
Yeah, I thought it was really
That's
good.
amazing because they normally get worse.
Yeah, I think they really thought about this one, and when you watch the trailer, I'm not gonna. This not what.
Is this not what you've been up to?
No.
Oh, mate, talk about it
no.
another time. It's
I
fine.
just want to say that you should check it out because it's funny.
Hotel Transylvania 3, Adam
Yeah.
Sandler and the whole Happy Madison crew.
Yeah, I
isn't
just
it?
think it's got some really funny bits and cracked. I mean, I was laughing out loud. My little boy was like, "Damn it!" and he kept screaming in cinema and pointing to the screen every
good.
time we see stuff. Like, you have some gremlins, all right, and they're like,
Oh, the
flying-
ones on the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the trailer.
Fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
They're like, we're just gonna make a descent now, and they smash the engine so it just falls. It's brilliant little.
Do you know what
things
that
like
reminded me of? The plane in Madagascar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, mate, what you been up to?
This week I watched Hot Summer Nights.
Right, you've been talking about this for ages.
Yeah, I really wanted to see.
Are you
going to
say this guy's name? This guy's name?
Timothy Chalamet.
I think it's Chalamet.
Chalamet.
Yeah.
Chalamet.
But
Anyway,
you really like this guy,
my
right?
boy Tim boy. Yeah. Anyway, I really want to see this film, and unfortunately, there's certain films that we do not get released in cinemas where we want them.
Yeah, the good ones.
They don't come into the big cineworlds or your views or
No.
Odeons, which they should. They totally deserve it, you know.
Well, they've got enough screens.
Right, this film's not the best film out there by a mile.
Oh, were you disappointed then?
No, I wasn't disappointed. I enjoyed the film.
Yeah.
I loved the soundtrack. A bit of a.
Can you just remind us what it's about?
All right, it's about a young boy, and it's a coming of age story.
Yeah.
It's basically his father's died.
Right.
His mum's having a bit of a hard time with him. I think he goes to live with his auntie.
So where's his auntie live?
She lives in Cape Cod.
Oh, okay.
You know where all the Americans go on their summer break.
Yeah, Massachusetts.
You know, so
it's like a beach town.
yeah. So he's quite shy, nervous. Doesn't talk to anyone.
Yeah.
He's kind of. I think he's had a hard time since his dad passed, and he goes over there and he's working in a gas station with his auntie.
Yeah.
And this guy called Hunter comes in, and he's known as the cool dude of the area. You know,
Right.
he deals drugs, little dime bags of drugs, around to all the
when you
kids.
said cool dude, I'm thinking Grease, and then you
Yeah.
said drug dealer, I'm thinking maybe not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't walk around with a leather jacket, but all
Yeah.
women like look at him and go, "Oh, that hunter! Yeah, wow, look at him."
Yeah.
He's played by Alex Rowe, who's a British man, I think.
Yeah. So does he fall in with him then?
He basically goes in and goes, "Hide these drugs for me."
Ah, okay.
And Daniel, Timothée Chalamet.
I think it is Timothy because he spells it weird. He's got a
Yeah, he's
accent on
half
his
French,
E.
isn't he?
double E. Yeah.
So yeah, he hides the drugs, and basically they start this kind of bond starts between them,
Right.
where Daniel starts asking, he wants to be involved. Yeah, so they get involved with this like big boss man's right hand man.
Right.
He says, "Right, you're going to dispute. You're going to sell this much drugs each week.
Yeah.
I get my money, you keep whatever." So they start making loads of money.
Okay.
And the other story that's going alongside this, Daniel's met this young lady, played by I can't say her name, Maika Monroe.
Do you know when you look down at your phone to read it, you look panicked, like it was going to be an easy name.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like Jill.
Yeah.
No, but I think she was in It Follows.
Oh, the main character.
Yeah.
She's good.
So he starts falling in love with her and
So,
liking her.
so is he like torn between the drug
she's
life?
the popular girl,
Right.
and then the popular girl is her brother's hunter. So the bloke he's fallen in business with
Is her brother?
Yeah, is her brother, and Hunter's always saying, there's this bloke who kissed my sister at this like fireworks display.
Oh, so the guy he's working with doesn't know he's hooking up with his sister.
Because she's the popular girl, and everyone's like, "What are you doing with this nerdy guy?" But he's different to all the other guys in there. He's not thinking he's a cool cat. He doesn't think he's like,
You said cool cat. Back to Greece. Danny.
No, but visually it was great. The soundtrack's great. It's got this kind of.
Is it when? Do you know when it's set? Is it modern day?
No, in the 80s.
Oh, okay. Oh, mate, I'm gonna like that.
So it's got this kind of cool look to it. I think what I liked about this film is you relate a little bit to him.
So they're real characters.
Yeah. So you want him to get the girl. You want him to do well. It's got this kind of moody look to it, a bit like the 80s kind of colours to it and stuff like the.
I know it's not 80s, but I keep thinking of Florida Project.
Yeah.
Because that's quite realistic,
But it's darker.
Oh, it's darker.
I think it looks darker colours.
Right.
Because a lot of it is at night time. There's a lot of night scenes. There's got a bit of pop culture reference in there. Things like Terminator's out in the cinemas at that time.
Oh, okay.
So they're in drive-through
But this is like
cinemas.
the darker side of the US.
Yeah. And they got obviously the lighter side when they're partying and stuff like that. And he's trying to get involved in this kind of life. But it's kind of like you see the development of characters.
Yeah.
But I think where this development begins from the beginning of the film, that's why I think it falls flat at the end. There's certain bits that I feel if it was a little bit longer, they might have been able to get a bit more out of it.
It falls flat. It stays realistic though, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. I went away and I liked it, and I thought I'm going to download the soundtrack.
Okay.
I want that.
But that's kind of true to life, that things can fall flat sometimes.
Yeah.
Mate, I'll give it a watch.
Yeah, and it's narrated. It's got by a young child.
Oh, is it?
Like 8 or 10, 12-year-old kid. But it makes sense at the end.
Okay.
Throughout, you're like,
don't spoil it. Yeah.
But it's an A24 film. We talk about this all the time. Great films.
It Follows. We just mentioned that. Yeah.
So I would highly recommend checking this out.
Yeah.
I'm going to check out the next film, A Prayer Before Dawn.
You've been talking about that for a while.
I really want to see that as well. So I want to see that. When I see that, I'll talk about that as well. Just check it out. These are the kind of films that deserve to be in the cinema, and they're not. I think they need to put more publicity.
Yeah, have a look at my foreign films, and I'll have a look at that.
Yeah, cool.
All right, cheers, mate.
Thank you.
Right, mate. So next week, mate, I don't even know what we're seeing next week. Do you?
I did send you a list.
You stared at me. I thought you knew. Let's get it up on the list. Was it in WhatsApp you sent me it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, we should be more prepared. There's listeners listening to this.
I went onto the website thinking it'll all be on there, but it wasn't.
Mark G. That's you, innit? Here we go. Here's a list of things. Do you know, I was terrified because I thought I was going to open it up and it's going to say The Nun, because I really don't want to see that, but you're going to make me see it.
Yeah.
Christopher Robin is next week.
Oh.
Mate, it's got good reviews.
I want to see it.
Yeah.
Right.
This is another Disney live
I was
action.
worried that you didn't want to see it.
Why?
Because you'd be like, I was about a bear with no pants.
I like bears with no pants.
And a man who's grown up who doesn't believe in his.
Well, I
bearing
like
or-
we always talk about good-looking women on this show.
Yeah.
And good-looking
men
men.
recently.
Yeah. You more men, but Hayley Atwell, she's something else. She's in this, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, she's in Captain America, the first one. She's done a Black Mirror. Great actress.
Okay,
Looks amazing. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
that's good.
Banned in China because people compare him to President. Yeah,
I saw a picture of him and I was like,
he does look a bit. Yeah,
tiny bit,
yeah.
but not enough to
It's just
ban the
sad that a
film.
grown man gets upset about shit like that,
Yeah.
let alone a president. Anyway, yeah, Christopher Robin. Do you want to sign off, mate?
Right. As always, you can check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Tuesday Brewcast. You can send us a message or just say hello. Don't forget, you can check us out on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or you can just go onto our website, tuesdaybrew.com, where you can stream or download each episode. We have all our previous episodes on there as well, so check those out as well. And we'll be back next week with Christopher Robin.
Yeah, I'll see you then.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.